Hey, dude. It's Kyle. Hey, Stan.
Yeah, Joe. What's going on, everybody? Howdy, howdy, howdy. The man is tired. Very. Been a busy day. Currently checking out a song from one of the new releases of yesterday. There's a lot of them. Not as many as we're going to have next week. This coming Friday is going to be a stacked afternoon, but there was some pleasant surprises that did drop yesterday, including this one here. This is from an album entitled Echoes from Deep November. The artist's name is Fires in the Distance. This is their debut for Prosthetic Records. This is not really what you expect from Prosthetic Records, but here it is. Here we are. This is a bit of a different tone or a different sound that you typically get from that label. That label is known a little bit more for some core and some other things, and especially if you were looking at albums from the late 2000s. You saw Prosthetic Records, you kind of had an idea what you were getting into. Wasn't necessarily universal truth, but yet here we are. Oh, Cornell, you have misplaced your toy. It's on my side now. Sorry, bud. So how's everybody doing? What are y'all up to? Send the hail. We are not going to be here for long. Probably about 2 hours at the maximum, as I am just beat. And I have things that are going to be going on tonight. If you're here, submit a message in chat. Say hello. I'm not sure if maybe on my side it's just broken, or actually it is. I'm pretty sure that it is. It says there's 4.5 messages per minute, and I see only one. Well, that's broken. Gonna have to reboot that, looks like. Always something. Oh yeah, look at all that. I saw absolutely none of those. I saw absolutely none of those. So hello. The only one I saw was Stan Marsh's first. Yeah, I've changed, dude. I'm an atheist now. Hi, Vit. How you doing? Pete, nice to see you. Josh. Metal Mike, Beer Hounds Beer Reviews. Cheers from OC, California. To be in the OC right now. I'm sure it'd be a lot warmer than it is here. Evil Toad, what's up? Stan, hello again. This is a Josh, this is a really solid release, I have to say. I was very surprised. I kind of got this just as a I really like the cover of the album. I was like, man, that looks pretty neat. I wonder what that is. And saw that it was like death/doom metal. I was like, okay. I didn't even look at what label it was on until much later. And listened to the disc and just really liked it a lot. I liked what it had to offer. It is kind of like a sleeper to potentially make it to the list, and its position may not be one of those that just sort of brings up the rear. Again, it's going to depend highly on what else we get this year. You know, next week is going to be absurd. We'll maybe discuss that a little bit here in a couple of minutes or so. But man, it's going to be a solid one. It's a competitive year. It is a very competitive year. I will say that. It's to the point where I know that there are at least 40 albums that I want on the list. And that some of those may not make it. some of those may not make it because there's still new ones that are getting sort of popped on, and like I just listened to the new Heathen today while I was cutting grass, and I'm gonna sparing my feelings on it going down with future listens. That one looks like it's going to be potentially list worthy as well. That's pretty cool, Josh. That's pretty neat. This was the first that I'd ever heard of them. And so again, whenever I take a look at all that stuff, I think to myself, gotta scope this out. Most cases, whenever I do that, I usually am pretty disappointed with what I get. Either that or it just is something that feels very sort of one-dimensional or doesn't really have the ability to keep my attention for too long, or something about it means that I have to if I listen to an album and it takes me a lot to sort of get through, meh, we'll go ahead and drop another song from it. Why not? We'll go on and listen and play Elusive Light as well, because hey, why not? It's a good album. It's I wouldn't say it's short. Each of these tracks usually range among the 6 to 8 minute range, with the exception of the final cut, which is only 3 minutes and 12 seconds. It's a 6-track album. Pretty easy to digest, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's under an hour. It is under an hour long, so I recommend it. I do recommend it, I gotta say. Maru, how are you doing today? I have to tell you that after the stream on Thursday, I ended up drowning myself in All Them Witches for a while. Because I had listened to some of the stuff, but I hadn't sat down and maybe imbibed myself with entire records, or if I had, it hadn't been for a while. And really liked that. Really liked that group a lot. I've sort of became really hooked on the Coyote Woman trilogy that they have going on now. They did two on one album. Yeah, they did the Marriage of Coyote Woman, and the Children of the Coyote Woman is on the new album, and then the other one from the old album was The Death of Coyote Woman. I was very surprised at how much I really enjoyed this stuff. It reminded me of bands like Crowbot and a couple of the others of that sort of department where there's more of a psychedelic edge. Rose Windows also comes to mind a bit. They have a lot of great peers, and I also didn't recognize that they have a song that has over 10 million plays on Spotify, so they're known. They're known by folks. I don't know if that's mostly just within the sort of stoner / psychedelic community or whatever, if it's more in Europe than it is in the States, or I'm just in the wrong area. I'm really just in sort of the wrong area to have a gauge of that, considering most of the folks here listen to modern country and garbage. So it is what it is. Yeah, I knew about the Fort Token having Hans Grossman. I think I do have that album somewhere in my 2020 release playlist over on Spotify. But I've listened to a lot of stuff this year. I gotta be the first to admit, this is the first year that I've ever sort of used Spotify fully to my advantage in order to try to find a lot of stuff that otherwise proved to be a bit of a challenge to get. Either that or I would quickly forget about things, so this gave me the opportunity to sort of get it real fast and, not worry about it, and, I can just sort of hang on to it for a while on a playlist, and then whenever I have a little bit more time I can listen to the stuff, or, whatever it might be. And so as a result, there's just a ton of stuff. This playlist, it feels small. It feels small at only 2,360 songs. Yikes. But honestly, if I was working on the 50,000 tons of metal at the same frequency, I would be, still nowhere close to done. Pardon me for a second. Why'd you get the toy in here anyway? That was just going to keep on going, blah, 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 if I'd have kept that up. It's only 203 hours worth of music, you know, almost 10 days. That's all. Just almost 10 days worth of music. Managed to squeeze in some time before you possibly start partying. What's my take on harsh noise wall? I really don't have much of a take on it, to be perfectly honest. You know, I don't do much with that stuff. I really don't. Never really been my thing. You know, there's obviously some stuff out there that could change my mind, because you know I don't think there's any genre of music where I don't like at least one or two artists. You know what I'm saying? It's just whatever. Yeah, Maru, I just saw, like, that video just came across my recommended videos block right before I went live, and so I'm really excited to check that out. So with her voice, I feel like she could pull that off easily. Hi, Progressive Nuts. Well, we're going to have some reviews coming up, though very few, if any, of them are going to be on new records, with the exception of Transients by Arion, which is one of the upcoming videos from everything. I also have a super secret one. I'm not allowed. I've been sworn to silence. I can't say anything. I can't say jack about it, so I have to be very, very chill on that. Oh, I hear Sirens dropping a second album. I don't even know if I saw that on the release calendar on Metal Storm. I know Metal Storm isn't by any means comprehensive, but unless it's not even that style of music. See, I don't know I Hear Sirens at all. As far as as far as I can remember. Oh, shut up! I'm getting spam everything. We are going to have a. I do want to announce that the schedule has once again changed, and I really, once again, want to apologize for all of the changes, but once again, I am not responsible for these changes completely. I just have to bend and adapt with what's going on. That Chorus album, by the way, that Josh is talking about is awesome. It is really, really good. We played some tracks off of that in the last stream. Also, someone had been bugging me for the past month to check out. Yeah, there's 4 Token. There it is. There's Ruin. I don't know if I've listened to that. I'll have to actually go back and just give it another listen, just because I can't remember if I did or not. If I'm ever in that situation, by the way, if I don't recall if I've listened to something, I just listen to it again. I just act like I haven't. But someone had been bugging me about Havu Krunu and their brand new album, which I will not slaughter the language on. You'll just have to look it up. It's some really good pagan black metal, which gave me a lot of strong feelings toward groups like Moon Sorrow. I just finally got to that last night, and they were right to bug me, because holy shnikes, was that a really good album. But that's the name of the band right there. If these Trees Could Talk is listed among their similar artists, well, oh man, that's what's up. But, hey man, Ross, greetings. Greetings from America, from my home. The home of a very, very tired individual who has been dealing with people way too much this week. Way more than usual. So, as many of you know, we are not going to have a stream on Tuesday. Or we were not going to have a stream on Tuesday, should I say. That's changed. The folks were supposed to come yesterday to power wash the garage, and then they were supposed to do the work on the foundation and the painting and all that fun, happy stuff next Tuesday, which is why we weren't going to have a stream, because I was going to be obviously attending to that and ensuring that everything was as it should. And there was also my uncle from Florida was meant to come in Tuesday. That's been pushed back a day. And, well, they never showed up to power wash yesterday. Didn't call, didn't do shit. My father, who actually owns this place, I actually just rent off of him. It's just the best setup for right now. He was looking for a way to diversify his portfolio that didn't involve the stock market, which don't blame him. So, it's kind of like a pat each other on the back type scenario. We're basically bringing this place back up to former life because, man, whenever we first got this place, I mean, it was nice, but it was not as nice as it is now. We've done a lot of work with it in the past year. But anyhow, that notwithstanding, they never came to power wash on Friday. And so we had to try to get a hold of them. Now, Cornell, you keep on bringing that toy and tossing it in here. I'm not going to keep giving it back to you. The door's closed for a reason, pal. I'm streaming. Sorry, man. It's to block out the TV noise. Hey, take care, Ross. No worries. Oh, my chin's up. It's just been a long week. And it's going to be another long week next week. But at any rate, they didn't show up yesterday. They didn't call, so we had to call them, and we couldn't get a hold of them initially, and then eventually we did. And so they've changed the dates once again. Now they're going to come power wash next Wednesday, and they're going to work next Friday, which is great for us, because what that means is that it does not interrupt any stream dates. It means that Tuesday is now open for us to stream, so we're going to be streaming on Tuesday. We'll still have our atypical Thursday stream. That's not going to change. And then we'll also stream next Saturday. So we have nothing really right now blocking us as of the moment. But if next week is anything like this week was, that means that by the time Tuesday arrives, things will be changed all again. I hope not. I am not a fan of this constant need for rescheduling, this constant need for, sometimes you just wish that folks would just show up and do what they're supposed to do and all that stuff. It's not the first time we've dealt with no call, no shows so far this year. It's so funny, people act like they need work really, really bad, and then you go to give them some, and then they just don't show up to do the work, or they don't even show up to give you an estimation or look at the job or whatever. So, it's all just part of what you have to deal with whenever you have a home. But man, this guy's running out of chances. This is the second time that those dates have been rescheduled. If it happens again, then we had to put down a deposit for the work that he's going to do. I'm going to want that back, or I'm going to want that price reduced. Because, it's not so much the quality of work. I'm sure will still be great, but some of the lack of professional courtesy is going to make me real tempted to say, hey, this is $800. This is all you're getting. It's a shame. It's a shame that you couldn't have picked up a telephone. We have one. We have one pretty much right there, in our pockets at all times. It's a shame that we're more, tempted to use our phone to play Angry Birds or, look up stuff on Pornhub than actually call someone. But anyway, that's the situation. So, hey, that's good for us because that means there's an extra stream day that initially we didn't think we were going to have. That's awesome. I think that's great. We get the opportunity to have more fun and talk about more tunes, talk about life more, and, get closer and closer to some of those stretch goals. Remember, if we make it to 40 videos, I'm giving you 10 for free. And if we make it to 50, you get to make my ears bleed. But anyway, Zoltanius coming through with some Theocracy, laying the demon to rest. Our first song for the afternoon that is not from Fires in the Distance. Look up this album. Fires in the Distance. If you look that up on your streaming service du jour, this album should pop up for you. Should not be very, very difficult. I appreciate you, Zoltanius, by the way. Hey, if you have a video idea, Zoltanius, you just earned that to you. Or you just earned that for yourself. You just earned yourself a video idea that will go in the poll. So we're going to go ahead over there and start laying the demons to rest. Thanks to the generous hand of Zoltanius. So hey everybody, hey. Have you ever listened to GZR? I have, yes, indeed. Does an evil toad have a huge queue? Oh yeah, yes he does. From a ways back. One of the big deals with the Mega Queue is that we previously had the idea that we were going to play it all in one stream. And I've never really had that opportunity, though. If Evil Toad at this point in time is willing to allow it to be either broken up over the course of multiple streams or, have some songs played here and there, I would be definitely happy to play some of that stuff. It doesn't matter to me. But, yeah, that's been something we've needed to do for a long time. I'm talking like more than a year. It has been a while. And of course it does also, Toad's a hard-working man. He's a hard-working Toad. He, has to go down to the Toad office and do Toad things. All evil, by the way, of course, He is, in fact, one of many. He is, in fact, one of many evil Toads that exist in this life. So has to go down to that office and do some stuff that, none of us are really, we're never really happy whenever we go to work, are we? Are you ever fully happy? I worked in a music store. I worked in essentially my heaven, and still there were days whenever I came home screaming, I'm going to fucking leave that place. But, yeah, if you're keen on that being broken up a little bit, that's fine. Maybe we'll do some of that today. I know that I will not be here. I will not be here very long. I think I'll be here until about 6 o'clock. So it's going to be a short one, and that's pretty much unmoving. So if there is anything that does not fit into today's stream, we will, do not worry. I keep a record of most things. So any requests that you have or anything like that, I will keep on file. And the next time I see you in stream chat, I will play your song. And speaking of that, I do have something that I will eventually need to rectify once Mythos comes in. Mythos had sent us a donation during the last stream that never showed up. I got it at 9 p.m. So the stream had already been over for about 2 hours. I need to apologize to him. And there is a song associated with it that we will eventually have to play. But that's kind of just how it happens, I guess. It's how things happen, so if you happen to be in chat right now, Mitar, I apologize that we had that sort of miscommunication take place. And I thought that there was a song associated with it, but now I'm seeing nothing. This is weird. This whole thing is just acting all fucked up. Which, no surprise. That is so weird. It shows a message, and then whenever I click on it, it just says, oh, you paid a 67-cent fee. What? Well, I should be able to hopefully suss things out from it. But as a result, that means I also need to make the change to our overall total, which I will do currently. That puts us at $41, heading toward video number 34. And it also means that Mythos will have I think it's MythOS, but you know, it looks like Mythos to me. Also has a video idea that he can offer. Zoltanius, you can do the same with your generosity today, which I'm very thankful for once again. Now I already put the $9.99 in there. I did get that, Toad. That was just an easy tens digit. That tens digit was changed. Was earlier. Snuck that in. Yeah, this one we just turned over onto this one late last stream. Right now, the only three folks that can offer ideas for it are Goku, Zoltanius, and Mythos. We could actually run a poll today, and actually, Evil Toad, the other poll. There's only 2 polls right now that we could potentially run, and those are the last 2 that are left. You know, until this one here. You know. But Evil Toad, you can still offer a video idea for a past poll from whenever you. I think what you did is that you dropped the last like $4 or $5 or whatever it was in order to finish it up. You know, you didn't want it to just sit there at $93 or whatever. So you do have an option that you can do, or that you can drop for that. Yeah, my brain's not working very well either, Josh. Like I said, there's been a lot going on. As Metal Mike said, it has been a stressful day. It's been a stressful couple days, and I'm okay, you know. It's not nearly as bad as the stressful days I had before, and I think the reason for that is that I know that once I come home, like there isn't much. You know, there isn't much in order for me to worry about. You know, like I don't come home and know that there might be some sort of calamity or catastrophe lurking around the corner. Evil Toad says he is good. Give the other folks a better chance. It's not MythOS, it's MythMS. I see this up here. Mr. Myth. This is why I like to keep a record of all this stuff that I can change. Just vape and metal out. I don't vape. What do I look like? A millennial. Technically, I am. Actually, that's the weird part about it. But well, because of that, that means that we can actually pull a poll. We'll do a poll. We're only going to do one today. We'll only do one poll today. We'll only do one poll for today. We'll save the other one for another time. This is going to be for number 32. And we're going to get all of our options here directly from... I'm hearing something. I'm hearing somebody very familiar outside of my door. Somebody that I know some of you, one of you in particular, would love and love and love to see. So we get this poll set up, and then I'm going to see if I'm right. How's that sound? That sounds good, doesn't it? I think that sounds great. We have a wide variety of options here, including one that doesn't even involve music, which I think is really neat. We have a discussion, we have a rank 'em all, we have an album review. We have a non-music list based off of something that somebody knew that I'm a very, very big fan of. There's a lot of options here. We're going to have a grand total of 7 options for this poll. So what I think I'm probably going to end up doing, actually this is something, I think I'm going to do something a little different with this one. I'm going to do something a little different with this one since this is the weekend. I think we're going to do something a little bit different with this. This is still Theocracy. Theocracy is just about wrapping up. We have 7 seconds left. They're not coming back. And there we go. And scene. Yeah, that was off of Mirror of Souls from 2008. That's an earlier Theocracy album. You probably remember we talked about Ghost Ship back in 2016. In fact, I think somebody said that, hey, CCAN's the reason why I know about Theocracy. You'd have found them eventually. But thanks, I appreciate it. You know, we're going to do something a little different, I think, for this. Hey, Waterblunk, how you doing? I'm streaming temporarily for the most part as well. I'm only going to be here for about an hour and a half. But I think since it's going to be a shorter stream and everything like that, we're going to actually let this poll go on for like a day. Let's let this poll actually go on for like a day. Instead of it being today, let's have it end tomorrow. It's going to end tomorrow at like 5 p.m. We're going to actually give folks who are able to, you know, they take a look at those YouTube messages. You know what I'm talking about. We're going to give them an opportunity. We're going to give them a chance. We're going to give them a chance. How about that? Since there's so many options, since it's such a variety, we're going to give them a chance. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to make a post, create a post. Man, I can tell I'm just sluggish today. Pick your favorite option. Bam. There we go. We'll give them an opportunity. And I should drop the link in chat for you guys. That way you can do this. I'm not fooling anybody. Not this time around. Usually these are the streams that always end up going crazy, but I've already made it pretty explicit that anything that's not played after, anything that's not played by 6 p.m., I'm going to take it down in notes, and that'll be for the next stream. Alright, see you later, Ross. You have yourself a good one. Have a good night. If you need cheered up, just know that somebody out there has a really, really ugly tattoo on their ass. Somebody out there has a really, really ugly tattoo on their ass. And the worst part about it is that there's somebody that they know and somebody that they love that has to constantly stare at it. Over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. So hey, all of these different options, top 10 live performances, I'm not sure if that's live albums or what the hell they want from that. I'm going to have to take that some way if that ends up winning, but we'll do what we can. That's going to be really super duper subjective because if I'm being honest, I've been to a lot of shows that I could probably rank, but I have not seen every single show ever. So that to me is kind of impossible. So I will have to do something to narrow that down. That was a very, very loose interpretation. Of course, the Baroness option is not all that hard to dissect. It's a review of Gold and Grey, which was released earlier this year. How the music industry will recover from COVID-19, I think, is an awesome discussion video, which will offer a lot of different insights, some different options, ways in which things could recover, or whether or not the live show environment and one of the key ways that musicians and bands make their money these days, is it in trouble? Is it in deep trouble? What could maybe be done in order to maybe bring those things back, or at least make them COVID safe? Top 10 House MD episodes, that was a nice request. It would actually be a really great video as well, although I probably wouldn't be able to use clips. I'm not that fancy. Although I would certainly try. That would just mean that video would take a long time to make. But anyway, that one, that's my favorite show of all time. So I already have a list of about 5 of those in my head. Wild Run's Olden Tales and Deathly Trails, that's just an album review of the very first full-length Wild Run album. Not a lot to dissect or take away from that. Same thing with the Rank 'Em All 12-Foot Ninja. 12-Foot Ninja's a band. They have albums. We're going to look at those albums and we're going to rank them. Pretty simple. And then the last one, how did nu metal reshape the landscape on how metal was perceived? Another interesting topic video that would be discussing whether or not, we'd be discussing exactly what it says. You know, nu metal coming in the 1990s, starting from the early portion of the decade, early to mid, should I say. And, you know, even though it does have kind of a gnarly reputation and went through a lot of years of success and then a lot of years of sort of being a heavy metal laughingstock from purists, and there's a lot that can be discussed with that also. It's actually more of just an idea of getting the thoughts together articulately. But anyway, German RPG King, how you doing? How are things? How art thou? How for art thou, RPG German King? Oh wait, that's Gamer Man RPG King. I apologize. The text, it's so small. My poor eyes. My poor special eyes. Totally lacking my brand. Hey, we have a donation that quickly came in. So hopefully the issues that's prevented Myth MSs from coming in have silenced. We have 15 from Maru, who has a couple of tracks here that she would like to have played, including Awake Again with their song Into 2, which, ow. Itiram Nada with The, and Poets of the Fall, Jealous Gods, the Alexander Theater Sessions, Episode 9. So that was quick. That was super quick. I'm very pleased with that. Of course, Maru, that means that you once again can offer yet another video idea for the poll that will be associated with this one. You have that option. It is there. Of course, if you are out of ideas or would rather defer that honor to somebody else, you have that option as well. No pressure. No pressure at all. So, the only thing that's wrong with this is that my screen doesn't stay awake for nearly long enough. I'm going to go into the settings and do that. So I was using the desktop option, but now apparently it just doesn't recognize my password. It's not one thing, it's another. Here's Into 2 by Awake Again. Based off of what their artist picture looked like, this is not what I expected. They look like some sort of weird boy band. I kind of dig it. Anyway. Good afternoon, Scott. How are you today? Yeah, Josh. Being flat broke tends to never be a good idea, and it always seems to happen at the most inconvenient of times. Hi, James. I'm back. I'm here. I exist. I'm streaming. Awake Again should be Pippin's favorite band. I exist. Yeah, we'll be doing some videos after the event is over. We'll be doing some videos, but they're all going to be videos that have been requested by fans through donations and mostly folks here from the streams and stuff like that. It's called Videomania. We've done it now for, probably without you even realizing it, we've done it now. This is the 3rd year that we've done it, which is pretty cool. I want to see if there's somebody outside my door. Hello? There's not. I've been wronged by my own heart. There's nobody outside my door. None at all. Now you just watch in 5 minutes. There'll be someone outside my door again. It'll happen. Hey, for those folks that have just came in, I don't know if you came in because you saw the post out there on YouTube or whatever, but there is a straw poll right there. For those who don't know what's going on, every $100 of support that is received, somebody is going to have one of their dream videos made into a reality. There have been folks that have just dropped $100 straight, and that's an instantaneous win for them. But for those $100 regions that have had multiple donators, pool up to that amount, all of those folks are able to give me their dream idea or one of their ideas. We put it into a poll. And then the one that gets the most votes from the chat here in these streams, that's the one that ends up getting made. Doing something a little different with this one, though, because there's so many options. There's 7 options. There's a lot of options. So we are making that available to the subscriber public for a day. It's going to be available until 5 p.m. tomorrow. So we're not going to know the results of this poll until Tuesday, folks. It will be Tuesday whenever we find out the results of this poll, which is kind of exciting. It's kind of different. This will probably be the only time we do this, unless we decide to do it again, because it was so much fun or something. I don't know. Just figured for this one, it'd be a little something fun, a little something different. This is Into 2 by Awake Again. Waterblunk dropping in a contribution as well. And I thank him for that, as is protocol, and as is just the correct thing to do, as I am appreciative of all. By the way, Waterblunk, I have received the things. Here's the by Iterum Nata. Anyhow, yeah, I have received your Instagram instantaneous message. I like some of those ideas quite a bit, but I will be in contact. May take a little while, but I will be in contact. Oh my gosh, this is for the first time this year. I have to look up exchange rates. I can't believe it. I'm just making that an even 3. I don't give a shit. But anyway, you can also offer another public idea for a video if you like Blunky for this poll, or you can defer and decide not to do that, and I can't stop you. I have no freedom over this. Something I'm supposed to do. Oh yeah, this thing. I can't freaking cycle through all this stuff. I need to make it better. I need to make it more organized. That's the word I'm looking for. Organization. Words. They're fundamental. Hey Josh, thanks for the follow over on Instagram. The one thing I can tell you is that I use it very infrequently. This is one of the members of Hexavessel. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, Porky Pig. They are a sort of boy band. Man, your boy bands over there are very different than ours, and I think I like yours better. Over here, all we have is a bunch of douchebags and do predictive dance routines and talk about love and being a teenager and wanting to go to parties and drink milk with the cool kids. Using sissy wimpy things and ripping off songs that were already made and hey, that's cool, Josh. That's some good content. that is stuff I can get behind. Because you know what honestly gets boring after a while? Can I be real? Can I be real with y'all? I'm going to be real with y'all, okay? After so long, it gets really, really boring just to like look through something like Instagram or even Facebook. You know, this doesn't happen on Facebook anymore. It's nothing but memes on Facebook. But on Instagram, you just scroll down and see, ooh, it's a person doing a thing. Oh, it's another person doing a thing. Oh, it's a person that's in the same position as the last person that's doing a thing. You know, oh, it's person in mirror. It's person showing legs at beach or pool or whatever. It's person thinking they're making a funny face. Ooh, it's person making a pouty face. Ooh, it's person reacting to autumn. Or, ooh, it's person reacting to blah, blah, blah. I like just the monotony of people. Sometimes I just love the fact that could be gone for a while. Like, I don't care. That's literally what and it's why I don't use Instagram that much, is because whenever I do go over there, I'm usually just going, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. You know? Because I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people where if, like, my feed was littered with 107 people in bikinis or whatever, you know, trying to sell their OnlyFans or just showing their trip to, you know, the lake, I'm not going to sit there and be like, I can't. It's boring. It's boring! Boring! I hate it. Even worse is Instagram comedians' videos just punch me in the face instead. I'm actually really, really happy that I don't think I feature any of those at all. Like, there's a couple folks I know that have posted the occasional pun every once in a while, which I do have appreciation for. Because if the pun can make me go, ugh, it was at least a good pun. Like, I'll give it that. I have to be fair. Like, I can't not be fair. It's just sort of not in me. But I can't imagine folks that are like actually trying to do stand-up material or just like talking to the camera for 40 minutes and thinking that there's this major punchline. There's also a gigantic, I feel like there's a really gigantic generational gap too, because there's some posts that I have seen on a myriad of social platforms that people just crack up hysterically about, you know, have the laugh react or whatever it might be, and I just looked at it and I was like, wait, that was supposed to be funny? Like, this just seems like a statement. Like, it's just something that you just say while you're sitting around sipping on a little bit of, you know, like some Kool-Aid or something, and you're just relaxing, watching people do stupid stuff out there, and you're just chatting with your buddy, and you're just like, oh, do you know that if you combine Pepsid with battery acid, you'll actually get something that tastes better than Four Loko? And you're just like, oh, that's interesting. And so everyone else is like, I'm like, huh? Don't get it. But anyway. Oh, I see what you're talking about, Josh. So these are the folks that are already influencers, and then so basically they're getting, and they're obviously going to get laughs and all of that because a lot of these people are just, they're just into them anyway, you know, like they just love everything that they do because their little, you know, base brain is like idiotic toward folks, you know, toward certain creators or certain things or whatever. You know, I guess it's no different than folks that follow me or anything like that, except these folks are being purposely placed outside of their element in order for Instagram to think that they have a comedian's, you know, wing, whereas they should just post or feature the stuff from actual stand-up comedians. Bump it up a little bit, bumping it up a little bit. Bump a bump a bump. It has been bumped. I wonder if I need to turn myself down a little bit. Turn myself down a little bit too. Has that been every month, or have they been doing that weekly? Because it's like, have we just been exploring sort of the backlog, or it might have been every month? You're right. Like, they don't narrow it down to like day or even month on Spotify. It's episode 9. Okay, then yeah, you're right. Yeah, if they've been doing it since January, then you're absolutely right. I stand corrected. We were just going back through the others. I wonder if these were all recorded at the same time and they just decided to drop one a month. I mean, no doubt probably is what they did. Goku is in the building. Wants to hear Soul Song by Grey Days. That'll come after Reset by Jam Project. Nice to see you again, Goku. Hadn't seen you in a while until you re-emerged the other day. Hope life has been treating you all right. Here's Reset by Jam Project. By the looks of things, things are going to take a bit of a turn. Older Japanese dudes. I like it. I'm really excited about this poll. Hey, does everybody know there's a poll? Does everybody know about the poll? Do you know? Do you know about the poll? Anyway, we're gonna be hanging out for another hour and 15 minutes. Like I said, it's been a week. New Napalm Death was surprisingly pretty good. I'm still like kind of on the fence about where it's going to end up, where things sort of suss out at the end of the year. Like, as of right now, like as of one listen, it looks like it would maybe be Fringe Line, because there's stuff I like about it and other stuff I'm just kind of like, okay, that's about what I expected. It's good, but as I've been saying, the competition of the year may make it not make it. As confusing as that sounds. It didn't hit me quite the same way as like the Fires in the North album or the new Heathen has. But it's a decent disc. It's a good listen. You know, it's not like it was a disappointment. Which, I mean, that 6 Feet Under album's coming out soon. If you really need a disappointment, there it is. You know, if you need a disappointment, that's upcoming. That's already getting demolished by reviews. But hey, if you didn't know there was a poll, there's the poll right there. You should go vote in it. We have several we have several options available on that one, which is very unlike a lot of the others that we've had. A lot of the other polls have been highlighted by there being only about 5 options. This one has 7, and actually almost had 8. Crawl back in by Dead by Sunrise, requested by Son Goku. Dropping another 3. I appreciate that, buddy. We'll add that to our total. And you can still request a video, Mr. Goku. I know that you requested one last time for that poll. You can actually add another one for this poll. How's the weather? It is cool. It's this morning whenever I woke up, my bones were killing me. My knees and my back were screaming at me, and then I went outside and realized why. It was like 40 degrees, which doesn't sound like it's all that bad, but it was like 90 a week and a half ago. It was 80 just a couple days ago. So yeah, my body can't do big drops in temperature like that. But aside from that, it is drop dead gorgeous. Not a cloud in the sky. Yeah, Ross, you are always welcome here, man. You are welcome to stay here for as long as you want, as little as you want. Anytime we're streaming, come on in. Come on in, my friend. But anyway, someone asking if I'm a gamer. I do some gaming here and there. Mostly like 8 and 16-bit stuff. I was talking the other day on stream about being like sort of morbidly curious about Spelunky 2, though it looks like it's going to be it looks like it's a lot harder than the first game. They added a lot of stuff to it, but it also looks like it's a lot harder. Like right now I'm not exactly like in a, like I kind of get into cycles, I kind of get into cycles with gaming where, like for 2 or 3 weeks, I want to do a good bit. I'll spend multiple hours on a game or on a couple of different games, things like that. And then I'll go on like big time dry spells where I don't play anything for weeks or a month or 2 or whatever. Right now I'm in sort of like one of those dry spells. Just how it is, Just how it is. Can't help it. There's just not enough hours in the day, I feel. There's not enough hours in the day for us to scope out everything that we want to or do all the things that we want to. There are a wealth of choices out there in this life, and in many ways it is it's actually not healthy because it's just too much. There's just too much for you to have the option to do. There's too many games out there that you could possibly play, too many albums that you could potentially listen to, etc. But it is what it is. It used to bug me that I wasn't able to maybe scope out all the things that I wanted to, or I have like 200 games in my Steam catalog, or my Steam, whatever to call it. I've played a handful of them, but there's a lot that I haven't touched. Sometimes I look at that and think, well, what a waste of money that was. But the thing of it is that with those items and that stuff, I mean, they're going to be there basically forever unless Steam just dies and the company goes under or whatever. So, and plus the money's already been spent, and the time the time where I could have potentially asked for a refund is long done, long gone and over. So why worry about it? Why worry about it, man? It's just no biggie. But after our waterless hurricane. Yeah, you guys have had some pretty windy days out there. A lot of dangerous weather out there. That's been without any sort of actual rain or thunder or stuff. You guys have just been getting those winds because of the smoke from the western fires finally left our area yesterday and going into today. This is the first day of clean air that we've had in a couple. So like from last Tuesday to yesterday, like the air quality over here has been shit. It's been really, really bad. Now I know obviously comparative to other places like California and the West, our air quality was a picnic. Our air quality was amazing. You would have done backflips to have our air quality, but for us it was a bit of a surprise, and for me especially it was a really big surprise because last Tuesday it ended up playing some serious hell with my health, and I couldn't speak. I had to cancel the stream because of it. Well, Evil Toad, I'm sorry about that, brother. And as a gentleman that's been around longer than I actually would like to be, I have a lot of terrific memories of what my yard looked like whenever I was a kid. I have a lot of great memories about what my town looked like whenever I was younger. The place that I remember from whenever I was growing up and the place that I currently still live in, it is not the same place. It is very different. It's weird to watch things change. It's even weirder to watch things go away. And the thing that is always so shocking is how quickly time passes and how soon you'll be, how soon you will be looking at that tree as something that has always been in the past, you just crawl back in by Dead by Sunrise. But for example, whenever I was a kid, we have one tree in the yard that's now a lot bigger than it was. It was basically only a year, maybe 2 or 3 years old whenever I was born. And we had a row of trees that was in between our home and the neighbor's home. There's about 15 or 16 of them, and now I think we're down to 8 because there have been trees that have died. There have been ones that have contacted blight, and they have not been able to do anything with them, so they just had to cut them down. We've had to trim them, and then whenever they got trimmed, things went awry, so they had to be cut. There's a pine tree that we had to get rid of because somebody ran into it because they were an idiot after a snowstorm. Honestly, if I could show you a picture of the front of my parents' house whenever I was a kid, whenever I was super young, 5 or whatever, maybe if it was my first day of kindergarten or whatever, and then show you what it looks like today, it is completely and totally different. And it's weird to think about how things have changed. We oftentimes associate the past with photographs that don't look quite as crisp or as good as the photographs we get from cameras today. It's almost like we imagine today in HD or 4K. 4K is probably a better illusion. We imagine everything today in 4K, and we imagine the past as being in standard definition or some sort of elder lens. But But, you know, that's just sort of... It's funny because it even happens in your mind. Like... And maybe that's just what we always envision nostalgia or the past to be. You know, like whenever I looked at photos, whenever you look at photographs of like your parents, you know, you definitely notice a difference in photo quality. You know, if you look at photos of your grandparents, you know, some of those, at least if they're as old as mine were, whenever they passed, you know, those photos are from like the late 20s. You know, going up until like the 50s and things like that. So whenever they were young, those photos looked interesting. It was almost like the whole entire world looked different than the world that we know today, and not just because of the buildings that were present or anything like that. You know, just the way in which it was like the sky was different in the 60s, or you know, the trees were different shaped or different colored. You know, painted with a different palette. You know, in the 50s or the 70s or whatever. And whenever all it is just advancements in the technology. You know, the way in which the technology is able to process color and make them pop and things like that. But, once again, there are things that I can remember from my early 20s. Like if I use 20 specifically as a spyglass into the past, it's 2004. You know, that's 2004. For one, if I had the option to go back, I'd probably do it. Pleasantly. I think I would do it. I was a very different person back then. 16 years is a long time. You know, 16 years is a long time. I was a very, very different person back then. My philosophies on life, and even just the person that I perceived myself as, you know, that I showed myself, you know, what I showed to others, and what I shared, and what I expected I was going to be doing, you know, dreams, all of that was all very, very different back then. You know? What spam shit is this? Oh, it's not. Great. Good. Anyway. I like tree HUDs. Nice. I'm not sure what you're doing or why. Just look at this photograph. Just do it. Just look at it, man. But, you know, I can remember certain things that happened around that time. Like, I can remember that... I can remember that it was 2006 when whenever my parents got the window that they currently have for their living room, which is like one of those circular type things, like it's a little bit more domed as opposed to being like flat up against the house. You know, they extended that. That was something that they did, you know, long after it had been originally constructed. So I can remember that in order to, like, after it was put in, we had to paint it that way it matched the outside of the house. So I remember being on scaffolding in 2006. I can tell you exactly who I was dating at that time. I can tell you that in order to get down from the scaffolding, I didn't just climb it like an adult. I frog splashed off of it, and like I was Eddie Guerrero. Probably whacked my knee pretty good at that point, so that probably didn't help the old knee and back and everything like that, you know. Like, I can remember stupid shit like that without any single doubt, you know. I can remember things about people. I can remember different things they did and how it made me feel. I can remember albums that I listened to. Goku heard the word Nickelback and then immediately thought about The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Maybe, just maybe, he was looking for a soul to steal. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah. But I guess the point that I'm making, man, is there are going to be a lot of things. There are going to be a lot of things that you're going to eventually look at through the spyglass of the past, and it is going to at times make you feel a longing for nostalgia, or a longing for those times to come back. You know, you almost use them as little markers, or like little marking points in your life, kind of like a dog ear in a book, or like a you know, a little thing that says, "Hey, this was important." You know, best way I can sort of put it to you is if you ever used those little like multicolored sticky things in a book, you know, that maybe you were maybe something you were studying whenever you were in school, or maybe it was something that you were just like you wanted to have that quick reference back to it. That's what these events are. It's just like that. You know, this is important to you. You remember this thing. This thing was important to you. So you get one of those little blue, little sticky, you know, post-it note looking things, and plop, you put it right on that page of the book that's your life, my friend. That way, 10 years from now, whether you're talking to a friend, whether you're just conversing with your parents or your family, or maybe you're hanging out with your wife and your kids, you know, your kids that are now what, like 6 or 7 years old or something, you drive by and you say, you know, Grandma and Grandpa's house used to have a big tree in front of it, and it could launch into a story about the different things that you remember about the tree. But anyhow, does a super sticker donate? Maybe? I'm unsure what you mean. Okay, Pig with the Uno Dollaro. The Uno Dollaro. Donka. Donka for the kindness, sir. 'Tis appreciated. Has Enslaved released that new one yet? I think they've done a single, and that's about it. I think that the album itself comes out in a month or so. This does not sound like Nickelback that much. If they sounded like this all the time, there wouldn't be enough. There wouldn't be as many drunk girls listening to their stuff. I think I see somebody that we've not seen in a while. Aha! Hi, Gamma. Someone's hiding. Either that or they have a new name. Gamma Angel. In the hoose. In the hoose. Wants to hear Echoes by Will's Dissolve. And I don't blame you, because so would I. I have not listened to it yet. Well, that was sure a thing. But now we have to move on over, actually, to YouTube. Because that is not, this is unfortunately not on Spotify. Which has been the reason why I have not gotten a chance to listen to it yet. Which has made me very, very mad. So I've wanted to. This is one track. So if you have yourself a one-track mind, You're gonna like this. This is Echoes from Will's. Bleh. This is Echoes from Will's Dissolve. You may remember them. We talked about them a couple years ago with The Heavens Are Not on Fire. That is available on Spotify. That's what makes me mad. I hate it whenever one thing's available, but the other stuff isn't. It just pisses me off. Anyway, let's listen to this. Of course, since this is over here, that means that we will have to probably contend with some advertisements at very unfortunate locational periods. So if your ears get surprise butt raped, know that it's probably not from the music. It's probably from the ad. Do let me know what the volume is like, please. I would appreciate that. I kind of know what we need for over there on Spotify, but not very well for what we need here on YouTube. Yes, indeed, it has been a big boy. How you doing, big boy? Hey, Gamma, you can actually give us a suggestion, a video suggestion, based off of that big boy. What kind of video would you like to see? I also need to add that to our total, which, uh-oh, wait a minute. Hold everything, folks. We've made it to 34. We've made it to 34. Would you look at that? Looky, looky at that cookie. I did it all for the nookie. Poor K-Pig dropping another Uno buck. Yo. Thanko. You-o. Suro. Or Mamo. How goes? How do you go? Anyway, there we go. You can type in the super chat. Yeah, I don't think $1 allows it. I think it has to be more than that. But what are you attempting to type? What are you hoping for? What is your desire? Tell me of your desires. Ew, it's actually kind of gross. Well, maybe not in that way. Maybe in ways that aren't quite that erotic. You did a top 10 metal vocalist, right? How about top 10 metal guitarists? Okie dokie, we can do that. Chat. Hand of Doom? Well, we can do Hand of Doom. We can do Hand of Doom. Cool. Hand of Doom it be. Gamma Ray fan? Yeah, I just got a copy of No World Order. Burn It Down by Fever 333. Awesome band. Remember, folks, we are only going on this train till about 6 o'clock, so I know this right here is 31 minutes, and now we have Hand of Doom and Burn It Down by Fever 333. But anyway, how are we cracking? We're cracking like eggs, I guess. We're cracking like eggs, you know. Oh, God, excuse the heck out of me. That's not what I'm looking for. God damn it. God damn it. You stupid thing. I hate you. You stupid thing. Hand of Doom. Alright, Water Blanc, you have yourself a good one. I appreciate it. Video request, Nickelback Rankum. Oh, you whore. You absolute whore. Oh, you bastard. That means I'm going to have to listen to all of it. Son of a bitch. I'm totally just gonna copy your homework. Wait. For what? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I have a bad feeling I know what's about to happen in my life. I have a real bad feeling I know what's about to happen to me. I have a really, really bad feeling about this. What does that have to do with the football play? What kind of football play? Don't just look at the edge. Blah, 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 blah. Two players are already against taking that dude's name off their helmets, and this is creating a vibe within the locker room. Yeah. They'll be fine. They'll go out there. They will. They'll do what needs to be done against Denver tomorrow. They'll do what needs to be done. Wait a minute. You hadn't claimed one of your... Oh. You still have one left. Didn't you, Evil Toad? Yes, you did. You still had one left that didn't have an idea. So you two of them, in fact. Oh, well. Looks like I'm ranking all of Nickelback. Well, shit. 12-4 season? I'm actually a little more conservative about that. I'm thinking more 10-6 or 11-5. I don't think we're beating Baltimore. Baltimore right now, I think, is the class of our division. Baltimore is definitely the class of the division right now. We should be fine against both Cleveland and Cincinnati. I mean, they beat up on each other on Thursday. Honestly, from what I've seen, I think Burrow has a better chance of being a class quarterback that could change a franchise than Baker Mayfield. If Baker's going to change a franchise, he needs to be on a different team. Oh no, they'll be fine. Believe me, the minute that they get onto that field tomorrow, that'll be the last thing that you see. Tampa versus Dallas in the Cup. Not what I was expecting. Not what I was expecting. I could easily sit here and say I have a friend that she really likes the Tampa Bay Lightning. And anytime she doesn't get what she wants, I'm kind of just satisfied. Because, I don't like sports fans that are like super obnoxious about stuff, even though I'm basically that person sometimes too. But I think that honestly, Tampa probably has the better... I think Tampa has the better chance. The only thing that may give Dallas the edge is that they've had to go through... I think they've had to go through the harder road to get here. So they've kind of been like giant slaying a little bit along the way. So they could surprise us. This series has it has the opportunity. It feels like the series has It's either going to be a 4-game sweep or it's going to be a 7-game marathon. Like, I don't feel like it's going to ever be... Like, this series is not just going to end up 4-1 or 4-2. It's either going to be a sweep or 4-3. That's what it kind of feels... Like, that's kind of what it feels like, you know? But it does... It really does feel like a series that could go either way. The Browns need to run. The Browns just need... I don't know what it's going to... I think whenever Baltimore left... I think whenever Baltimore left Cleveland to come to Baltimore, they like hexed the stadium. Yeah, Josh, I did, because we made it to $100 for that video, so we reset that to 0 for the next one. So you are correct. The Lightning and the Penguins have had a rivalry over the years? Not really. No. I don't think so. I don't think there's been much of a rivalry between... Nothing compared to the Penguins and the Capitals. And the Penguins versus the Flyers, that's just like PA law. I think the Lightning have more of a rivalry with their own fans, considering they've had so many opportunities to be somewhat of a dynasty and have blown it. Yeah, the Lightning and Boston have more of a thing going on because they've met a lot in the playoffs. The Pens and Tampa haven't had many opportunities to meet. Usually, like I said, it's usually been the Pens and the Capitals that have been beating up on each other. But, see, I was respectful. I waited for Blanky to leave to start talking sports. I'll tell you who the Pittsburgh Pirates have a rivalry with. Nobody. They shouldn't either. Because, wow, that team is bad. Wow, that team be terrible. Oh, wow, that team be terrible. And Finney was the best Lightning player. Even, are we talking about Mr. Le Cavalier? Shoot, I don't even know half of, like, I don't know very many players on other teams these days. I used to know all of that. You have the Buccaneers beat the Panthers? Well, the Panthers are rebuilding, so if y'all lose to them, you were in trouble. Personally speaking, I kind of hope that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers become like the Pittsburgh Pirates. You know, both of them drive ships, and both of them will hopefully suck. Nah, it's fine. It's whatever. I don't think... I hate to bust the bubble, but I don't think it's going to be like years past. Mr. Thomas is not the man he used to be. He is not the man he used to be. Although at this point, I'm pretty sure him and, what's her name, Gisela, I'm sure they're just happy to be out of the harsh cold of the New England winter. Yeah, exactly. And Big Ben's like 38, which means that he's supposed to have 4 more amazing seasons before he's allowed to regress. Basically just long enough for us to actually draft a comparable replacement. Because I'm sorry, Mason Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer ain't going to be it, and the Ducks ain't going to be quacking. Buffalo and the Dolphins should be interesting. I don't think the Dolphins are ready yet. Buffalo right now is just looking at the division with like salivating chops, thinking, oh God, finally. It can finally be ours. And now you just wait. somehow, some way, either the Patriots will still win it, or the New York Jets will. No, never mind. That won't happen. There's another franchise that's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back all the time, it feels anymore. Like, ever since the first part of the 2000s. Like, ever since they were in those AFC championship games. The Jets and the Giants in the Super Bowl. That's a bold prediction. That's a very bold prediction, sir. Hey, Cam Newton, if he has Cam has a bounce back season, he's still under Belichick's system. It's not like Belichick can only make Tom Brady good. Or it's not like since Brady left, all of a sudden the pixie dust wore out. The reason why Belichick is so hated as a coach is because he's a capable coach. And because he kind of looks like, Emperor Palpatine. Whenever he has that hood up and everything like that, Ravens? The Ravens are going to be great. But they have a really, 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 really big problem looming whenever they make it to the playoffs. And no, it's not the Tennessee Titans. That's KC. That's KC. Who will be in the Tank Bowl? Who will be in the Tank Bowl? Do I live near mountains? I do live near mountains. There are a couple of parks here. Whether or not they're national parks is a good question. But I'm sure the deeper that you got into the Appalachians next to where I am, there's probably a fair amount. Yeah, this is awesome. This is a great freaking song. If this is what Will's Dissolve is going to be all about their entire career, I can foresee them having a very, very low Scrabble count simply because they don't have enough songs to, really rack them up. This track is entitled Echoes, and the artist is Will's Dissolve. Don't sleep on the Bears. The Bears had to make a miracle comeback to beat the Lions. Now, granted, that means the Lions aren't anything to be worried about. I don't see the Bears doing much. And if they do, their record will look really, really nice, but then come playoff time, bye-bye. The Bears will be done. And Darth Brady. My freaking Christ. My freaking Christ, man. So who's going to win the NBA Finals, folks? Clearly, it's going to be the Denver Nuggets. Everybody knows that. Don't be stupid. It's the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets. It's going to be the Denver Nuggets. Look at me when I'm talking to you. The Denver Nuggets. The Bengals are going to hoist the Lombardi in February. Okay, Toad, you've been listening to way too much Nickelback. We need to calm down. You listen to all of Chinese Democracy? Goku, your poor ears. I'm sorry. Glad we were able to play a couple songs for you that hopefully open them back up to the world. The Harlem Globetrotters, of course they will. Oh my God, please. Have them go up against the Lakers, and the whole entire time they just school them while whistling that damn song. I just thought it was funny that that the Packers beat the Vikings. Because if there's one thing I noted is that Viking fans are kind of they're kind of obnoxious. Cheeseheads aren't much better, mind you. Well, piss. I'll take care of that later. Eagles versus Steelers Super Bowl needs to happen. Well, if that happened this year, the Steelers would have number 7 because the Eagles look like garbage. They look like garbage. I'll tell you who it's going to be. It's going to be Kane. He somehow survived listening to Cold Lake by Celtic Frost. Well, congratulations, you're still alive. I know it wasn't easy. I know it probably wasn't fun. But today you're a man. Too much sugar? Nah. This is what I like to call the second wind effect. Because I guarantee you the minute that I leave and head back over to my folks' place, as I have more business to attend to over there this evening, I will get there, I will get started, and I'll be yawning and crashing and just... This is basically like the last little chunk of energy until I'm just done. In general, the Washington football team just sounds like those jokes that people make. Like usually whenever something gets too rowdy or too opinionated, they'll segue by saying, "So, how about that local sports team?" I do it. I think it's great. That's one of my go-to jokes, actually, whenever... At any rate, that would be kind of weird to say, oh, so who won the Super Bowl in 2020? Oh, the Washington football team. It sounds like it should be the beginning of like a Who's on First. Oh, the Washington football team. Oh, what was their names? The Washington football team. Well, I know they're a team from Washington, but what was their names? The Washington football team. See? Well, see, the reason why it can't happen the reason why it won't happen in 2020 is because the Super Bowl is not until 2021, so sanity will prevail. Maybe they'll make the playoffs just to make us nice and scared that it's going to happen, and then they'll just falter. No, they're not even going to do that. They're not even going to do that. Come on now. Listen. This year's not been running on the football season. It's been running on the Gregorian calendar. Damn it. You do understand what you're asking for here, Toad. If the Washington football team wins the Super Bowl, we are in for 1,000 years of sunless skies. Apocalyptic moons. Listen, that sounds great in heavy metal songs. You know, you have this picture, you think it means, yeah, there's going to be metal shows all the time, and everyone's going to be fans, and finally, everything we like is going to be liked by everybody. It's our turn, you know. We're going to say, fuck the government, we're going to overthrow them, all this other, like, high-class fan. No. We're talking blood oaths, curses, you know. They're going to take more than your trees, man. Your favorite lamp, that one that lights up the room just right, it's going to get smashed into 1,000 pieces right after that happens. Like, 6 of my 7 cats are just going to become like gigantic hell beasts. Of course, they'll still love me, but, you know, whenever they lick me, it'll feel like I just took a shower or walked through one of those, car washes. Yes! Yeah, Hand of Doom is still upcoming. This song is just... Whew. The IRS will smash it. This is just a very, very long track. We still have 7 minutes to go. Man, this has been awesome. This is a freaking awesome track. And here you go. This comment, I think, most perfectly represents it. You know it's good when a half hour of music somehow only feels like 5 minutes. Exactly. I agree. I agree completely. Do you? You should. If not, you bad. But yes, we will have Hand of Doom coming up after this, and then we will have Burn It Down by Fever 333, and that's going to do it for us for today. That'll do it for us for today. I am now glad that I came on for a little bit, because initially I thought, oh man, I'm barely going to be able to do 2 hours with the time that I had. But you know, it's been worth it thus far. Can't complain. I mean, hey, take a look at where we're at here. 34 videos funded. Just 6 more need to be funded, and all of a sudden, what would we have there? We would have ourselves 10 upcoming for free. There'd be 10 for free. And if we make it to 50, Diabarathon has to reach my ears. Basically, you make it to 50, you get to torture me. By the way, rude. But I understand that that's what y'all like to do. You like to torture. Yay, play my kazoo. But hey, there's the poll. You should scope it out. Hey, current results right now. Rank 'em all 12-foot ninja currently in last place. 0 votes, unfortunately. Y'all know 12-foot ninja and love them. Get those votes in. Baroness Golden Grey album review. Top 10 House MD episodes. How did new metal reshape the landscape and how metal was perceived, or of how metal was perceived. Currently tied in 4th place with 2 votes among them. Wild Run, Olden Tales, and Deathly Trails album review currently sitting in 3rd place with 3 votes. Top 10 live performances currently in 2nd place with 6 votes. And how the music industry will recover from COVID-19, an excellent discussion video, in my opinion. Currently in the lead. Poll link is in the chat. Hi, Demney. How are you doing today? Not Toad like a frog, Toad from Mario. Oh, God. So, an evil one of those little things that goes, grow a beard? No, I don't want to. I like my baby face. I don't like looking homeless. Hey, there's that pole again. Gets hit with a Koopa shell. Metal Caveman. Yes. The lyrics to my songs will be nothing like, me wish I invented fire. Me cold in the winter. Caveman of the North. Caveman of the North. I don't know why the backup singer sounds like Roseanne, but it does. Song currently playing is Will's Dissolve. The song is entitled Echoes. Actually, the song is also the album. This is a 31-minute track that you just came into. Well, remember, in like the decency and different things over in Japan, the censorship is different. Yeah, Will's Dissolve. Put this on Spotify. Do it. Do it. Do it. Funnily enough, the first metal band I was ever slated to be a part of was to be called Predator. We were going to be a thrash metal band. No, I'm not playing it twice. No, 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 no. This has got that circular feel to it, though. As it ends by returning to the initial idea presented at the very beginning. Which is also actually true of the new Heathen album. Which is quite true of the new Heathen album. This is excellent. This is DiGiorno. Delicious. Oh, for pizza's sake. Thank you, Gamma Angel, for this right here. That was awesome. I knew I would eventually I was going to get to it, but I was holding off for Spotify. I'll have to go back and scrabble it whenever I get the moment. Hand of Doom up next. And then we are going to finish off our day today with Burn It Down by Fever 333. I'm pretty sure Goku is still here. So much quieter by comparison. The new Napalm Death. It is pretty good. Right now I've only listened to, I've only gotten one play on it. Put this toward the next video or whatever you like. Hey Demi, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks man. Appreciate the tenor. I recently saw where Puppy did a cover of Tattoo Song. Oh, Puppy? Who is Puppy? Are we talking an actual, like, woof woof puppy? It is as high as it's gonna go, my friend. Who is Puppy? I like Puppy. Oh, it's Poppy. You mean like Woof Woof Puppy? Come on, man. There's a band called Puppy? Oh, that rolls! Oh, shit. Yeah, I did start listening to some of the, Fintroll today whenever I was doing a little bit of grass cutting. It was directly after the Heathen album. I was listening to it on Spotify from my phone. If you ever want to make your grass cutting experience awesome, Get Spotify or whatever, your iTunes or whatever the hell for your phone. Plug in your headphones. Just have yourself a time, man. So you can do a Popeye impression. Somebody get my girlfriend a sandwich. She looks so small. I don't know. I need my spinach. Oh, blow me down. Oh, just blow me. Okay, that's Warrior, not Popeye. Son of a bitch. Finch will enjoy themselves, man. Finch will enjoy themselves. Though I will say the very first cutoff of that album sounds epic. Like, it sounds like basically they just... like it was the introduction to a new Lord of the Rings. Or, you know, some sort of thing like that. It's just vast, majestic, like, incredible sounding overture. What phone? This one. You could try doing that with an old rotary phone. It won't work. You just can't find the Spotify in the App Store. Oh, spinach is awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh, there is no doubt about that. Period. Dot, dot, ellipsis. Man, I'm telling you what. Good stuff. Spinach inside those pasta shells? You talking about gnocchi? You talking about gnocchi, my dude? Gnocchi will knock you out with how freaking good it is. Nah. Oh, you had a bootloader error? Oh, jeez. I had something similar with this here, where whenever it would lock, it just wouldn't unlock. And the way I had to solve that was I had to press every button. Like, I had to hit the buttons on the side and the power button. And it would relaunch in, like, a boot mode. And I would get a boot screen, usually, that gave me options. And I could, like... That's where you, like, have the option to, crack your phone and things like that. Like, which would void the warranty. But that was back whenever my camera wasn't working. For no reason. Like, it wouldn't even come up. Hey, that's fine, Interdimensional. We're going to be streaming on Tuesday. So we'll see you then, man. Hi, Christian. How you doing? Yes, we will indeed be streaming on Tuesday. We will indeed be streaming on Tuesday. Originally we were not going to be, but things have had the opportunity to change. Hey, those of you who just came in and have not voted in the poll, there is the poll for you to vote in. Do it, do it, do it. That'll probably be the last time that I will share that link. So we've got one more song left in us, and then we are going to be heading into that good night. What is my favorite animal? Cat. C-A-T. Cat. See, I can spell it too. I could be in spelling competition and win. I am CKN Smart Boy. CK Smart. There you go, ladies and worms. One last track. Fever 333. Silence you. Viva 333. Track is actually just called Burn It. It's actually just called Burn It. Burn It. Hey, burn it. So glad to see that I'm back. Glad to be back, if I'm being honest. Hamster. Hamster. That's the first pet I ever had was hamster. Hamster named Speedy. Final Fantasy is getting ready to turn 35. Yeah, it's pretty much as old as I am. A little younger, but not by much. Ooh, one more. What was that notification on my phone? Some dude commented on some video. I was entering high school and was. I don't know the rest. Hey, Personal Shopper by Steven Wilson. Will we have time for... Yes, we will. We'll be fine. Yeah, we could probably throw on Personal Shopper, but anything aside from that, we are going to be too late. We have run out of time outside of Personal Shopper, but hey, Christian, thank you so much. That rules. Oh, hey, 35 videos now. 35 videos now. That's Evil Toad dropping the 100. The 100ski. We gotta go get that comment over there. If it just says hi. If it just says hi. Okay, that's a little juvenile. But fine. I mean, I guess you sent me $100, so I might as well say it. I received $100 from Evil Toad that says simply penis. Not sure if that means that he's saying he wants mine. The answer's no. God made Adam and Eve, and then they decided who they wanted to fuck. Oh my god. I once thought that the song Venus, you know, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, joy, desire. I thought they were saying penis. So I would get uncomfortable whenever I was like driving around with my mom. This was whenever I was very, very young. I got very uncomfortable thinking that my mother would hear that and be like, nope, we gotta get this shit off the radio. And then whenever it never happened, I was confused. I was confounded. Like, why didn't I, what? What's going on here? And it wasn't until much later on that I realized, oh wait, no, they're saying Venus. Like, it was whenever I saw that they were using those ads for the female razor blades, you know, the female razors and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's not what they were saying at all. I am a young dumb. It said guest? Yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah, that doesn't matter, Mark. I don't log who voted for what at all. Like, I don't look at that. You don't have to be, like... I guess folks that are frequent users of straw polls can, you know, sign up and I guess have an account through them and do something with it. I don't know. Like, I'm a guest over there as well. I created the poll and it says, hey, this was created by a guest. You know, so it's whatever. I need to make sure I have this link over here. poll link. Schnoop. Got that there. 35. We are currently at. Evil Toad with yet another idea. Which means, oh boy, I better be nice. I better be a nice boy. Hey Toad, you have yourself a good one, man. We will chat, I'm sure. Yeah, this night should be hopefully better for all of us. I don't think I slept very well either. I think that's kind of added to all this. As I know that, like, I feel like I got to bed at a reasonable time for me, which a reasonable time is honestly you know, it's a very subjective thing. So a reasonable time for me is like 2. And I woke up, it was like after 10, so you're thinking, oh, 8 hours of sleep. But I was up multiple times throughout the night, including, I felt like I had gotten all the sleep I needed and looked and saw, and it was 6 a.m. Like, barely any time had passed. I thought about staying up, and then I was like, you know what, no, if I do this, I'm in trouble by the time we get to, you know, I get to the actual time where I had stuff to do, or stream time. I would have been dragging ass, or halfway delirious in that situation. So hey, I hope you have a great sleep tonight, Maru. Anyway, Andrew, checking out all those checking out all that stuff over there on the CKN group on Facebook. Yeah, whenever Elton reads that shopping list is great, man. It's so awesome to know that those two have a connection that could just happen from time to time if they wanted. If they really wanted for it to happen, it could just happen. So yeah, this is going to be our last track for the night. I'm actually going to run to the bathroom real fast. Hold on.
Sunglasses. Teeth whitening. Deluxe edition box sets. Volcanic ash soap. Anti-aging cream.
Look who it is. Look who I found, Maru. Look who I found, Maru.
Noise cancelling headphones. Self-esteem. Designer trainers.
It's Blazy.
Self-indulgent. Diamond cufflinks.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Detox drinks. Self-defense. smartwatch. Organic LED television. Self-control. Fitness
Uh-oh.
Self-doubt.
There you go. You gonna hang out back here? You gonna hang out back here, huh? Why is she so quiet? If I'm honest, most of the kittens are pretty quiet. She makes her presence felt in other ways. Oh, there you go. She purr? Oh yeah. Oh yes, big time. She's a big time purr. Although with her, it's a. It used to be a lot easier to hear because at the old place she would be behind the computer usually sleeping, and then if I would pet her or anything like that, she would start purring like a motorboat. Yeah, she is a little tiny. She's my tiny girl. My little girl. Her brother right now is playing with a little flower toy that's making all that noise. So that's what all that noise is. I apologize for that. With that, I'd be surprised how much. Oh my. Excuse me, sir. Trying to finish up a stream here, sir. Did you see how quickly my facial expression changed? That's how fast that happened. Those of you cats, you know. Those of you that cats, you know. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That noise won't drive you nuts. Enjoy, go, bud. Oh yeah, your mouth. Watch how happy he gets whenever he hears this toy. He's so ready. He's so ready to go like every time you do that. I could throw that up the steps. You see, if you look real closely, he's got dangling from his mouth there. He's like a freaking dog. He's like a puppy dog. Oh, now he's gonna hide. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. I shouldn't have said that. I said the D word. We should do another bad song stream. Yeah, I think that's probably in the cards, Christian. I'm not gonna lie. I know that. I think I finally figured out what Meatman was asking me a couple weeks ago. I think he just wanted to fund a bad song stream, but didn't have any ideas for it. I wasn't sure how that would work. But yeah, we're probably going to do another bad song stream. I just need to pick a day that I'm willing to torture myself. Even if it's not something we necessarily do during viewer Videomania, you know, maybe it'll be something that we'll do afterward. But at any rate, that's going to do it for me. Remember, we will have a stream on Tuesday. Initially, we were not. But as of right now, we have a stream planned for Tuesday. This goes in my hand for right now, just until I finish up. Okay, bud? This is important information for the folks. So we will be streaming Tuesday. They'll be started about 3 o'clock. There is the poll one last time. So yeah, unless everything changes, I will see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for stopping out. I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, this is a quick one today. A lot of other stuff going on. I have places that I need to get back to. In fact, it's almost 6 o'clock on the nose. I gotta run. I'll check you guys later. Be good to one another. Be good to yourselves.